The Wondrous Effects of Meditation. I've been teaching and continuously observing the changes and effects of meditation on our health. Meditation benefits almost all aspects of health. It can help ailments like rheumatoid arthritis, bone and joint pain. These are all very common health problems that a lot of people may experience or have. Meditation can help these kinds of issues. Everyone can try and experience these benefits that meditation brings. It's especially effective in benefiting rheumatoid arthritis-related illnesses. The effects go very deep. When I was 16 or 17 years old, I was living with shepherds on the prairies and sleeping in tents. The tent did not completely block the strong winds, and it leaked into the tent from the bottom. On the grassland of the plateau, the wind was very strong. During the day, I did some manual labor for them. I was tired and aching, especially my lower back. The wind leaked in and blew directly at my back. The next day, I could hardly sit up. I couldn't stand at all. After much struggling, I finally stood, but I couldn't bend down at all. In that moment, none of the special methods I'd learned worked anymore. It was really painful. They sent me to go see Western doctors and traditional Chinese medicine doctors and tried all sorts of different methods. The X-ray didn't show any problem with the bones, but my lower back pain was unbearable. One doctor said it was strained lumbar muscles. I didn't know what that was. They found a term to explain the pain, but just no cure. After my master found out, he asked me, "How are you feeling? Do you think you can recover?" I said, "I've lost hope already. It seems that I'm going to be a beggar for the rest of my life, crawling on the ground, because I can't work anymore." The back pain was torturous and unbearable. My master also had special abilities. His was a bit more advanced than mine. He just fanned his hand at my lower back a couple of times. After he did that a few times, he took a wool blanket and chanted a mantra and blew on the blanket. He then placed the blanket onto my back. Wow, it felt like an electric blanket. It was emitting heat. I felt so hot I was covered with sweat all over. I fell asleep and woke up feeling like I'm overheating, so I rushed to open the door. Hey, how come I could move now? My back pain was gone. How miraculous. Later, when I was teaching, some of the students had severe lower back and leg pain related to rheumatism. The positive effects were really obvious for them. 2 years ago in Singapore, the mother of one of our center's directors, she was in her 70s. I forgot the exact age. She was really reluctant to walk. She didn't want to take any steps due to her terrible leg pain. If she had no other choice and had to leave home, she'd ask ahead of time if her destination had an elevator or stairs. If it was a 2-story old house without an elevator, then she wouldn't go, because her leg pain made her afraid of climbing up and down the stairs. Later, she came to learn meditation from me. She learned one of the methods taught here, and it was energy bagua. After she'd practiced it for 108 days, which meant around 108 hours of practice altogether, I went to see her. This elderly mother, right in front of me, squatted, then jumped up. She did that a couple of times and told me, "Right now, When I take the stairs, I run up them, not just walk up. Her legs improved and recovered so well. Hearing this, newcomers may think I'm bragging. That's too miraculous to be real. She spent 108 days practicing energy Bagua for 1 hour each day, and that was the results she gained. This is just one example I witnessed. There are also many illnesses relating to the major organs. The human body has a couple of major parts, including bones. Rheumatism is an illness of the bones. There are also the major organs and the head. I feel like it's these 3 major ones. With issues related to the organs, everyone's effects are different due to their karma. I've heard of all kinds of cases of different organ-related ailments recovering after practicing here. Their results were all very positive. The cases even included some really problematic ones. I've heard about people recovering from liver cancer, pancreatic illnesses, and diabetes. Also, those with chronic stomach pains and even illnesses without names. Heart problems, they've all recovered. There are so many different case types. Skin illnesses are also included. One evening a few days ago, I dropped by to check on our Energy Bagua students. One of them told me that around 2 years ago, he had a severe skin problem. I forgot which part he said he had it on, either the hand or body. After he practiced Energy Bagua on and off for a year, it disappeared. That's very good. So, meditation has effects in many areas and different illnesses. If I just mention it in simple terms, it sounds really miraculous. I believe a lot of people come to practice with a purpose. Say they want to try and help their back pain. Even after a year of practice, the pain is still there. Other health problems they've had vanished instead. This happens because each person's physical structure and causes of illness all vary. The recovery is also related to our life, the nature of our work, our diet methods, and daily habits. If you have back pain and you often bend your back at work and do hard labor, then, during the process of recovery, the pain may come back again. If your back is recovering and you have to work the next day, continuing to bend and do labor makes it hard to recover. For some people, their illnesses are related to their diet. Some people have severe allergies. After they practice for a while, it's gone, but it returns a few days later because they are still eating the food they are allergic to. If we can plan and live a reasonable and healthy lifestyle, it can help with improving our overall health. When it comes to Bodhi meditation, its comprehensive healing effects come from helping build up the body's vital energy. It builds up and strengthens our energy to fight existing illnesses and prevent potential ones. That's the basic principle behind it, and how the effects are created. It's also my responsibility to share my experience in diet and lifestyle with everyone. Some people have a heart problem but still go gambling, right? After winning, they may die due to overexcitement. People with heart problems can't stand extremes of sorrow or happiness. Losing can easily cause a heart attack, especially losing lots of money. That'll break the heart. Even if a healthy person went, they might come back with heart problems. Many aspects of health and illness, they are all a result of our everyday lifestyle and habits. Our daily actions give rise to certain diseases. If you want to truly become healthy, You need to form healthier habits and avoid or change the unhealthy ones. Then you'll be healthier. Don't say, I have a really good method. After I use it, even if I gamble and lose, my heartbeat won't change. I can have cold drinks and still be fine. If such a method exists, it's just temporary loss of the sensations. It will still harm and shorten your lifespan. It's like drinking a narcotic. Of course it's wrong. Bodhi meditation's methods and effects come about from these kinds of principles. The methods are helpful to our health and wellness as a whole. If you want to have better results, practice more. That's it. There's no secret. I usually suggest, since you've learned it, keep practicing. Don't wait until you're ill. It'll be a bit late. It's better to prevent illness than take pills after you fall ill. The former is much better. Also, some illnesses may seem healed, but may only be healed partially. You're just not feeling it. A more serious problem may remain latent. Okay, that's my suggestion for you. For those who take drugs, the meditation practices will also be beneficial. However, we haven't trialed with a group of people who take drugs. We haven't organized such a class, but there have been cases in the past. 15 years ago, in China, a drug addict did come to Bodhi meditation seeking help. He did eventually quit in the end, but the damage to his health was also very obvious. When he first came to us, he was in his 20s. He stole and borrowed money from all his relatives and friends, spent it all, and his whole family was broke because of his drug habit. He was very lucky to be able to quit drugs after 100 days. The addiction didn't return. A few years later, he saw me and was excited. But to me, this 30-year-old looked like a 60-year-old because his teeth were gone, his face was full of dark spots, and his spirit and energy seemed wrong. He told me about his story. The damage caused by his past drug habit was severe. Compared to a normal person, he felt like he was an alien. The harm was significant. He can't do manual labor or strenuous activity now because taking drugs made him weak. His body isn't able to take it. But he did quit his addiction in America in the past 10 years or so. There have been a few like him who came to Bodhi meditation and ended up quitting drugs. So we do have cases like this. We just haven't done anything with this specific group. If you have a relative or friend who's in this situation, who wants to stop, they can come and try practicing. My requirement is that they keep practicing for 100 days. For serious drug users who are unable to work, my requirement is that for the 100 days they've got to practice 3 hours daily. 300 hours in 100 days will surely yield results. For people with minor illnesses, practicing 100 days, 1 hour per day should be enough. 100 hours in total. Try it out yourself. But say you want to compress time. You want to complete the 100 hours in just 2 weeks. The effect will be bad. 8 hours a day is the maximum. Someone who really loves to practice might ask, can I do more than 10 hours? If you have a good foundation and have practiced for over 2 years, you can practice up to 10 to 14 hours. When I was young, I meditated 14 hours each day. Because of my good foundation, I'm able to sit there, motionless and fully concentrated. I even forget to get up. I had no leg pain, back pain, didn't want to go shopping or do other things. As I sat there, I forgot about time. One meditation session could last over 10 hours. When I came out of meditation, I felt it had been just half an hour. Say I started to meditate before dawn. When I came out of meditation at dusk, I wondered why it was still dark. I thought it was still dawn. To me, it just seemed like half an hour. It's better if you can practice like this. For people without a foundation, it's very hard to enter such a state. If you enter such a state, you'll have more energy and be more spiritually inspired. Meditation is conducive to our holistic health. Its effect arises from built-up vital energy.